Colin is responsible for sending communications to the contractor and dealing with communications received from the contractor. He's an administrator for a contract for detailed engineering designs for a multi-million-dollar gas plant. It uses a fixed-price contracting strategy with performance-based milestones, which means that the contractor will be paid pre-agreed amounts when the milestones defined in the contract are met. To offset risk, the company has decided to also use a payment tactic of retaining 10% of each milestone payment. This will be released with the final account statement on the design completion and final sign-off during the closeout phase of the contract. The milestone payments have been set up in the contract as line items, so they can be added to communications. The contractor has submitted an application for payment for the CAD drawings for an underground oil pipeline, with an associated milestone payment of $225,000. Once the AFP has been reviewed and agreed, Colin must reply to it with a payment certificate for the milestone payment, minus the retention value. The payment certificate must be saved as draft in order to include the retention value. Click the Expenditure tab. By default, the Expenditure tab shows all line items which are available to be claimed for in the communication. Select the All Claimed Items view to see only the line items and expenditure being claimed for. Because the payment certificate was created as a reply to the AFP, the milestone payment already has a value in its claimed column. To add the retention value, click Add Expenditure. The Add Expenditure window is displayed. Select the type of expenditure from the drop-down list, in this case, retention. Enter the title of the new expenditure, in this case, retention 10%. Enter the value of the expenditure. Colin has calculated this as $22,500, which is 10% of the milestone payment value. Because this amount is being held back from the payment, it's entered as a negative value. Click Save and Close. The total value of the payment certificate is updated. It's now the value of the milestone payment, minus the 10% retention. Once the payment certificate has been reviewed, Colin can send it to the contractor. Click the communication state and select Send. Colin can check his contract dashboard at any time to get an overall picture of his contract's financial health, including the payment tactics such as retention which have been used.